How he's been treating just people in general is really bad and should be illegal.
Well, they're saying so. They're saying the quiet part out loud.
We are at a tipping point, maybe in more ways than one.
My best friend's Jessie, and we met as preschool teachers. Yep. She took care of the babies, and she's a nurse now. And man, she went from the breadlines to the headlines. I'm always proud of that girl. I'm always proud of that girl.
You got like best friend slogans over here. Yeah. What do you think is the most fascist part of this administration that you've seen so far?
Oh my gosh, take your pick.
We have a lot of fears about what this country is becoming, a fascist state, basically.
So, what is the most fascist thing that you've seen so far since Trump has been in office?
Easy. I live in South Nashville, directly across from Southern Hills Hospital, and 10 minutes walk from where I live, 200 people were detained.
The scary thing that's happening is, if you heard anything today, the Supreme Court overruled Trump's tariffs, and now Trump is saying they're going to impose them anyway, going to use different laws, going to do this and that, but they're going to impose them anyway. Wow. He's ignoring the U.S. Supreme Court with his specially appointed judges. A couple of them joined the good judges on there and overturned his tariffs. So it was a 6-3 decision.
This is actually our second protest we've gone to today, but this one specifically is just talking about the signs of fascism. And, you know, I was looking into it and reading about it online, and in the Holocaust Museum, they have those signs posted somewhere, apparently, in the museum. I think that, you know, history is important, and we don't need to be taking things down or erasing people's whole experience, especially when it's so horrendous like that, so we don't repeat it.
What is the most fascist thing that you have seen in America since Trump has taken office?
I feel definitely like the deportation and dehumanization of immigrants, whether they be legalized or not, and just how he's been treating just people in general is really bad and should be illegal, and I don't know why it's still happening.
And we're doing whatever we can to educate people, show them the various telltale signs.
Me too out here.
All right.
But this is what's most scary. As you know, Kristi Noem and the CIA and all the spy agencies are not really supposed to operate on U.S. soil. But Kristi Noem went down to Georgia and helped them take all of the voter information from Georgia, which is a bad thing.
Yeah, and what is the most fascist thing that you've seen in America so far since Trump has been in office?
Taking away from, you know, women's rights that people have battled for, you know, just trying to roll back on things that people have fought diligently for over the years. You know, all human rights matter, and like we're not free till everyone is free. Like freedom lives within us.
Another big issue for me as an environmentalist is the denial of climate change and climate science, and just a failure to acknowledge that we are at a tipping point, maybe in more ways than one, and that we really need to be taking action, and instead we're dropping out of, you know, COP and, you know, Paris Climate Accord and all the agreements, and it's just sad. It's tragic.
Can you tell me what you were just talking about the telltale signs. What are the telltale signs of fascism?
There's 23 signs here, and they're all different, and they're all different signs of fascism.
So that's why I think that this specific protest, they use all the signs of fascism. This is just one of them. there's people all around standing with other signs. Because you always have those couple people in your life that support indirectly or justify why they're supporting things that indirectly support suppression of other groups of people. And I think that, you know, putting these facts out there just simply, you know, maybe it will lead someone to do a little research or to change their mind. But also just fighting for other people that, you know, don't have the same privilege is important. There's so much stuff behind the curtain, you know.
And here in Tennessee, they're talking about new laws. We're the little incubator. Tennessee is like an incubator because we've had fascist rule for 10 years now.
The Epstein files details are so important. It's hard to listen to, but if we don't know the details, we don't really know what the hell happened to these kids.
Yeah.
And it's not okay. Like, we were talking about books and how, you know, instead of burning them, they just take them away. And it's just important to share our stories and experiences, like Justine was saying. Like, that's how we learn.
It is so easy for the President of the United States to just do military action. The United States hasn't declared a war since World War II, but we've had like the Gulf War, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, the Gulf War, all of these different things. Iraq and Afghanistan, those technically weren't wars. They were just authorizations of military force. And that's ridiculous, and that's wrong.
We don't want to go back to a time where we didn't have the rights, like our reproductive rights, you know, just gay rights. I just saw, you know, here in Tennessee, something about them trying to roll back on the legitimacy of gay marriage.
Yeah,
That's my wife right there.
Oh, wow. Hi, nice to meet you.
So I really don't like that because I'm like, I am a person. Why can't I just be a person like you and have the same rights?
Yeah. It said something like, I was actually reading that bill last night, and it was saying something about like certain businesses, can refuse service and stuff like that now.
The legislature here is nearly broke. If you want to hear all about that, talk to Representative Afton Bain. She knows the numbers.
I've been heavily involved with the Nashville mayoral race because I hate the city, I hate the bachelorettes, I hate the pedal taverns, I hate country music, I hate all of the things that make Nashville apparently an it city to the rest of the country, but I hate it.
This is great. We've got our girl squad and we're bullying the ICE vehicles and state troopers. So this is a win. For phone charge. So they're probably running our information.
Also, she did not have to give her ID, am I correct?
Because we give all the money to billionaires. There you go. But
it's the rich oligarchs who are running things, and the poor people get shafted.
Like our good Bernie Sanders says, the oligarchs.
Yep.
The oligarchs.
It's all about the oligarchs.
Yeah.
suppressing the vote is the next agenda, and it is the agenda because we are going to win in the elections this year and retake Congress unless they rig the election.
Right. And you're talking about the SAVE Act.
I'm talking about more than the SAVE Act. For example, here in Tennessee, there's a bill there right now to decrease early voting from 14 days to 7. They are going to do everything they can. But
Who are y'all with?
Oh, I have my my own YouTube channel. It's
good on you.
yeah, but mostly on Instagram. It's called Left on Red. Left on Red. So think
R-E-D?
READ.
R-E-A-D.
Yeah, it's a play on words.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
So
I didn't get it at first.
Yeah, I had to explain it a little bit, you know. It's that new, you know, younger kids lingo. What? This is good because we can get the younger kids learning more about, you know, about the politics in our country because we need them involved. So
Yes, we're about to live in Nazi Germany where you have to have papers to go anywhere and do anything. There's a bill in the Tennessee legislature that says that you have to have your passport or your birth certificate to go to the doctor, to go to school, to go, and it'll be to go vote. It's a whole range of things. It's very, very scary.
Right. What is the most fascist thing that you have seen personally in your life?
Okay, I agree.
What is the most fascist thing that you have seen personally in your life?
personally seen.
Suppressing the vote means they see that they are not popular. They know they're not going to win, so the only thing they can do is rig the election. So that's the most important thing we have to stop. We have to let people know.
And do you believe that the election was rigged in 2024?
Of course not.
So you think he won, rightfully?
I think I think Joe Biden won in 2020 and Trump won in 2024.
Yeah, but this time they're going to rig it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying so. They're saying the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
We have a president who says he wants to invade Greenland, and he shouldn't just have the ability to do that, but he currently just has the ability to do that. That is concerning on so many different levels.
And you don't feel like it's right that people should need papers to get into certain places or institutions.
Well, do you know how much it costs to get a passport?
I believe it costs about $100.
And do you know what you have to get a passport?
Yeah, you need your birth certificate and your social security card.
Do you know how hard it can be to get a birth certificate?
Well, I technically still have mine, but I know that some people don't have theirs.
Well, I had to do all that to get a passport, and you have to be able to have transportation and money to do all these things. If you don't have transportation and money, you can't do it. And why should you have to do it? I'll bet you, if you took a poll, 90% of Americans don't have that stuff.
Yeah.
And a whole lot of people. Yeah. So it's all just, it's like a poll tax. Remember poll taxes designed to keep black people from voting? Well, now they're designed to keep anybody who is not rich and Republican from voting.
Wow. Okay, so you're each holding different ones.
Yeah, they're all different. We could talk for 20 minutes on any one of them.
Yeah, well, tell me about yours.
Well, think about what happened on January 6th, 4 years ago. It's hard to believe it's that long ago. They're now saying that those people were patriots, that it was a nonviolent tour of the Capitol building, which is obviously not true. And then Trump let all those people out, and now a lot of them are.
Yeah, he pardoned them.
He pardoned them, and then a lot of them are joining ICE or joining his secret police force. That's what we think of it as.
Yeah. And if you were president, what's the first thing that you would do?
I wouldn't even know where to start. There's so many different things. So many things. Returning power to Congress. Congress has given up a lot of its power over the last 60, 70 years. A lot of that has been good in the terms of the New Deal, the Great Society, but so much more of it has done harm.
They cloak their fascism in, patriotism. Yeah. They cloak it in religion, but underneath it's still the same guy.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah, something that's affected you on a personal level since Trump has been in office. Those are some of the most powerful stories.
Yeah. Well, I've seen, my family's income diminishing, and taxes going up because of Trump's tariffs, prices going up because of Trump's tariffs. My limited retirement income is in jeopardy because everything's more expensive. That's the way it hits me anyway.
Yeah. All right, I just wanted to add something since she was talking about reproductive rights.
Yeah, please.
I suffered a miscarriage at 18 weeks in 2023, and it was for 11 days that I was told you're either going to bleed out or you're going to catch an infection. That was all I got, and I was lucky that I had an appointment it was on Halloween, and I went in and he didn't have a heartbeat, but I could have delivered the baby at home. They told me that this might come out at home and you're gonna have to get to the hospital ASAP because you could die. And my mother was with me, and so how is it that I'm her baby. How is it that like I don't have rights to my own body? I mean, I didn't want to abort my child, but I also didn't have kids at home. If I had kids at home going, Mom, are you going to be okay? I mean, I would definitely have to make that a more serious thought of possibly aborting, you know, just to stay safe. So it's just really frustrating. I mean, and it happens so often. It's a subject that no one talks about. It feels very taboo.
You got some support over there.
And so anyway, I wish that our country and our world would talk more about what happens to women during miscarriages, because since we don't talk about it, we don't realize how dangerous it is for these women. And man, I've met so many people. So often when I share my story, people say, "Oh, I had 2 miscarriages. Oh, I had a miscarriage too." You know, and there's certain ones that are even more dangerous, like the ectopic
treatment options for people, because doctors are afraid to, you know,
get in trouble.
And like, even though the baby didn't have a heartbeat, it's like they couldn't do, you know, what they would normally do for a treatment for that, you know?
Yeah, and I've heard of women actually having to fly to different states for that, for care.
My mom was like, my uncle lives in Texas, and he's actually very democratic thinker, and he was like yelling at my mom, like, get her to a different state, like, you know, but that was my choice and I didn't want to do it. I was hoping my baby would live, and honestly, it's such a roller coaster. Like, I mean, they told me, hey, if you start bleeding, come in. Well, I did, and he still had his heartbeat. And so it's one of those things where it's like, I hate this. I'm glad he's alive, but I also know he's gonna die, and it's gonna have to happen. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think we don't tell the details, and that's why these details are so important. I put it all on social media, every step, because I know how many people don't know. Yeah. So I was like, I mean, mine's just one story, and there's so many women. Like, they say 1 out of 4 pregnancies end in a miscarriage. So, I mean, that's just, I don't know. That's just on that subject.
Yeah, and I mean, it's so important to hear other people's opinions, because that, like you said, that's how we learn. That's how we get a better worldview. So, So the way that you give back is being active in your community.
Yeah. And I think of community in a wider sense. Like, everybody that's here today with us is part of this community. Everybody that's part of the resistance. And there's so many good people in our city. And, you know, so every time that we show up, it gives somebody maybe a little more courage to want to show up themselves and realize that, you know, they don't have to feel isolated about that.
Yeah, and I mean, it's part of our First Amendment right to be out here, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. Yeah.
So great, nice to meet you. Thank you so
nice
much for your time.
well.
Sorry about your sign. Thank you for your time. Thank you. I'm getting out there, you know, because at this point in America, we got to get out there and use our free speech, like you were saying. Absolutely. What's the handle? It's left on red for, like the letter 4 now. Because at some point we won't always be left on red. Get it? Yeah. Get it? Okay, see? Someone thinks I'm clever.
Have a good one, guys.
I personally think that I'm very clever. And what really moved you to be out here today?
I've been protesting since I was 21.
So it's part of the culture. It's part of the grind.
40 years of this, so it's just a little bit different each time, but it's really the same battle.
And what personally have you seen in your life that has been the most fascist since Trump has taken office?
Oh, wow. I think Christian nationalism has scared me the most. The white Christian nationalism has been an example of taking religion and applying it to government in a weird way that isn't even Christ-like.
Yeah, and I heard that CNN is doing a whole program about how Charlie Kirk was a Christian nationalist.
Yeah.
So not a Charlie Kirk fan then?
You know, I know that there's a lot of people that liked him, and I just question what part of the message resonated, because I could see where some of that message might have been, it was always so peppered in with the white Christian nationalist stuff. I just don't know. I didn't watch enough. I just heard his hot mic tapes, right? So if you're editing this, I know you probably want to edit that out, but I just always heard the hot mic things and not where it came from. But
you need context. You need context.
I needed context, but and then after he passed away, I got the context. It was scary. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to him, right?
Yeah. Well, now a lot of people have been paying attention to him. You know.
Yeah. So, but it's still not good what happened to him. I mean, that was just awful.
I mean, we can agree on that for sure.
It was so bad, y'all.
It was bad, and so many people saw it over.
I mean, it was bad.
It was bad.
It was tragic. No, we don't. None of us need to be killed for speaking and having our First Amendment rights. So that was really bad.
Agreed.
Yeah. So sorry about that.
Oh no. Yeah, and I mean, what do you have to say as a gay couple? Like, what do you have to say to the people who are gay Republicans?
I'm very confused. Our rights are important, and they could try to cloak it in anything they want, religion, whatever, but everyone deserves equal rights, everyone. And I'm really confused why someone would stand behind someone who didn't believe that in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it has emboldened a lot of people, all the things that are said, on social media by the president and things like that. Just even a month or two ago, somebody put in our driveway, like F LGBTQ, or we hate LGBTQ or something in our driveway.
Wow.
And we had to put like a camera out.
Wow.
So.
Well, and we know those rings are watching now, don't we? Right? You see that commercial with I guess there's a commercial where they're like, we can find your lost dog or something like that. And I was like, they're always watching. Yeah. They're always watching. That is creepy. But anyway, thank you. You guys were wonderful to talk to. Would your lovely partner here? Do you want to say anything about why you're out here today? You can be short and sweet. Your lady over here. She no, that's good.
No, I don't talk.
Good. No, well, I like your Bucky Beaver hat.
It's got to start somewhere. You have to start standing somewhere.
Yeah. Well, can I see your shirt? We can show your shirt. Hi, I was gonna ask you guys what you're doing out here today.
We're trying to educate people about what the signs of fascism are.
Yeah.
People don't recognize what's happening, and we want them to be alert. Hey, watch what's going on.
Do you want to tell them about the sign you're holding today?
The one that says accusing others of crimes you commit. What do they call that?
Accountability?
Well, that's one of them, yes, but deflecting and, reflecting back what you do, you would rather accuse somebody else of doing.
And what's the most fascist thing you've seen so far since Trump's taken office?
Oh, please, how much time do you have?
Give me some highlights, baby.
I'm gonna let you move to somebody else. I got another protest.
Oh, look at her go.
Yeah, I have to go with her for another protest. Bribing people, having people, curry favor and giving away contracts without oversight. It's all one big graft.
And pardons. Pardoning loyalists.
Yeah, he should be in prison.
Yeah. Pardoning loyalists is probably the biggest one because he knew that he could pardon his J6 comrades and that they could then do his bidding in other places. So, yeah, that was tough. I'm sorry I'm not more articulate.
Oh, no, you're doing a great job.
Okay.
All right. Great job.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Nice
Thank you so much.
You guys.
Yeah, you too.
See all these protests, sometimes like big giant protests, and I'm like, what is it doing? Like what? And then I'm like, what does it have to come to? Like what's the line that we have to cross? Like what do we have to do?
Yeah.
Like what do we have to do to have policy change? Like we don't agree. We don't agree with this.
Yeah.
Like what do we gotta do?
Hey everybody, and thanks for watching. Okay, that was a very interesting episode. I had to go undercover and talk to people about the signs of fascism in America, okay? And these people truly believe that they are living under Donald Trump's fascist regime, okay? They had signs out there that were talking about different things that happened during the Holocaust. Okay, this is what they truly believe they're living in Donald Trump's America. Okay, so I did try to give a little pushback, some questions that I hope you caught in there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video and the way that you can help support me and my work as I continue to go to these protests and also to hopefully travel and see my boy Adam Francisco. You can do that by clicking down in the description. I've got my Venmo, okay, I've got my Buy Me a Coffee, which has like memberships and perks, but now you can also get a membership here on YouTube. I'm so excited about that. So I'm trying to do some stuff where you can get to see my videos a little early when I'm done editing them. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all the support and love that you've given me as we help build this YouTube channel, okay? And so thank you so much. Until next time, cheers to being an American. I spent a lot of time being quiet about who I am until I realized there was no time left. I'm standing up and stepping up for we the people. Because the government